Today is September 30th, 2018. Beautiful fall day. It's 80 degrees and you can see most of the leaves are still on the trees. It's kind of rare for this time of year, but it's been a very nice September, beautiful September. Stayed warm, maybe one cold day in the 60s, but that was about it. Anyway, back to the Caravan. This is becoming a nightmare. The parts bolted on, but none of them are lining, well, nothing on the left side is lining up right. At first I tried putting on this bumper cover that I purchased at the junkyard. It didn't line up and I assumed it was the cover. So since this bumper cover, the original one, seemed to be in pretty good shape, I just, but the louvers were smashed up, I just put the louvers from that cover onto this one. But what happened is, well, it's not lining up here. When I tried to put the headline in, there was a gap between this top plate here and the top of the headlight assembly, which was about 3/4 of an inch. What happened is, I didn't realize it, but the deer, when he hit on the passenger side, he bent this plate, which is actually part of sub-assembly here. It's welded in here. It's a big mess. So I'm trying to work my way around it. I did install the hood. This hood isn't lining up. It lines up great on that side, but not on passenger side. So part of the problem is the latch, I found out, but it's probably the latch because I think this cross member here might be pushed back. I have to go look at a friend of mine's, they have the same year, and see what theirs looks like. And if it's let's see if that's the case. I don't know how to actually bend this back. I thought maybe a big pipe wrench and maybe I could twist it back somewhat, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the problem or actually this assembly here, latch assembly, bent back. I don't really know. I have nothing to compare it with. This is a straightforward, these little tabs here, so they have to be mounted in the same place every time. But something has actually been hitting up here at the top of the hood. Probably this right here, because everything's pushed back. So I have a couple ideas of how I could probably fix this, but first things first, I'm probably going to go to the junkyard tomorrow and try to get one of these hood latch assemblies, maybe even with the whole cable, and I'll try that, and take it from there, and maybe that'll fix it. If not, if this is, I know this is bent back, but if this is actually twisted back, there's not really much I can do, and maybe have to figure out something else. But there's not much I can do today with this because junkyards are closed, but I am going to start working on the 94 Crown Victoria that I bought exactly a year ago because this car was down. And this has been a garage kept, I bought it from a family whose father passed away. This was his car. It was garage kept. He drove it to Texas a couple times, and then basically locally. Then he had it for like 15 years. Yeah, I didn't drive it all. I just took it around, drove it around once a month or so during the winter when there wasn't any snow. And Otherwise I just parked it because there isn't a rust spot on it. It was always garage kept. There's a couple of issues though. There's a little bit of a there's quite a bit of a loose steering. I can drive it around town without a problem with highway speeds or anything like that. I need to address the steering issue. That's one thing. And the other thing is the windows don't go down. Motors work. I think it's in a regulator. So that's that. But the main issue right now is that last month when I stepped on the brake, pedal went to the floor and there was brake fluid on the ground, which exactly happened a year ago, and I had to fix. So I'm going to fix that thing first, and I'll probably spend the rest of the day working on this and until I can go and get a latch and take a look at my friend's 2005 Caravan. So until then, thanks. That's a little bit of an update, and I am going to pick this up a little bit later in the week. And so thanks for watching and subscribing and commenting.